Hello, my name's Andy, and welcome to the channel. So, I can't believe it's finally here. House of the Dragon Season 2. I am so excited, it's ridiculous. In case you don't know, which you might not because I haven't really had the opportunity to mention it on the channel so far, I am a massive Game of Thrones fan. The TV show is probably one of my favourite shows of all time. And yes, that is including the ending. Obviously the last couple of seasons were a bit dodgy, but it hasn't ruined my overall love of the show. And that is coming from somebody that read the books first. So, yeah. I have tattoos. I have the eggs. Yeah. I've obviously watched the first season of House of the Dragon, which I really loved. One of my main regrets of this reaction channel is that I've already watched Game of Thrones and the first season of House of the Dragon, so I couldn't react to it. But, needless to say, just because I don't have the reactions on the channel, it doesn't mean that I don't love the show, or the world, or Westeros, or whatever. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, I you know, it's not really that important, but I just kind of wanted to lay the groundwork for what we're getting into. Like, this show... Ooh, I actually had to pause and take a breath there because I'm getting teary for some ridiculous reason. It is excitement. It's just like, I've been waiting. But yeah, on that note, there is likely to be tears, I'm not gonna lie. And not necessarily because of anything that's actually happening in the show, although that's probably gonna cause tears as well. But the music is probably going to floor me. Like, the intro, if they haven't changed it, if it's still the same as it was from Game of Thrones and from the first season of House of the Dragon, then the intro music is probably going to kill me. Just to forewarn. So, yeah, there is that. So if I'm sat here crying and happy things are happening on screen, I haven't lost my mind, I'm just being moved by the music, so yeah. I think I've probably talked for long enough, so let's get into it. This is The House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 1. Oh god. I have tissues. I have goosebumps. I have actual goosebumps. Music kills me every time. It's very reminiscent of the first scene of Game of Thrones. Although less snowy.
Duty is sacrifice.
Oh, are we in the north?
It eclipses all things.
We are.
All men of honour must pay its price. The North owes a great duty to the Seven Kingdoms. We have stood as guardians. The Night's Watch cultivated its strength from doomed men who had their life as their only possession. The North must stand ready. Winter is coming.
What is this then that falls from the skies and shivers my bones?
This is only a late summer snow, my prince. In winter it will cover all you see.
Jace is looking older.
You are right in that.
That unity is now threatened. If men do not remember the oath sworn to King Viserys and to his rightful heir.
Starks do not forget their oaths. My gaze is forever torn between north and south. In winter, I need my men here.
If my mother is to defend her claim, she needs an army. War is coming to the whole of the realm, my lord. We cannot wage it without the support of the North.
Do you think my ancestors built a 700-foot wall of ice to keep out snow and savages?
What does it keep out?
Death.
So cool.
I have thousands of greybeards who have already seen too many winters. I can ready them to march at once.
If your greybeards can fight, the Queen will have them.
They will fight hard, like Northerners.
My lord. A raven's arrived. Urgent news.
Oh god. Big brother. Could they stop killing me with the music? Oh, that's cool. A little landing thing.
Take your mount again. We're flying out.
I alone patrol over 100 miles of open sea. Malus must gorge and rest.
We're going to King's Landing.
To what end?
Killing Vhagar. I cannot face that hoary old bitch alone.
Was this the Queen's command?
The Queen remains absent.
She is grieving.
The mother grieves as the Queen shirks her duties.
Daemon.
A raven that brought me news of Laena's death. I existed for weeks, in torment, refusing to believe what I'd been told. It was only when I saw my daughter's mortal remains that I could begin to mourn her. A raven has told Rhaenyra that her son is dead. She needs to know it for certain.
What if Aemond were to happen upon her?
Then I would pity Aemond.
If you'd have acted when you had the chance, Aegon's line would be extinguished, and Luke would be alive.
That's not her fault. Don't put that on her.
Fly with me. It is a command.
Would that you were the king.
I do like Daemon, but he's definitely very impulsive, isn't he? Oh, is that Storm's End? Oh, it's Corliss. I assume. Yes.
My lord.
It's a marvel she was able to return from the Stepstones at all.
Barely done, but done. 7 more ships put out to sea this morning to fortify the blockade.
I must have my ship back at sea.
It'll be many weeks yet, but I'll have a word with my brother to see what reinforcements the shipwrights can muster. The smithy delivered this earlier.
I had this commission for Prince Lucerys.
I was very sorry to hear about your heir's death. Just the blackest of treacheries.
They tell me that you're the one that dragged my body out of the sea.
It was only my duty.
I am indebted to you.
That's lovely that he had that made for him and that he's obviously affected by Luke's death. I mean, it's not lovely that he's affected by Luke's death, but you know what I mean. It's kind of heartwarming to see that he cared about him, knowing that he wasn't actually his son's son.
Dragon! Arm the Scorpion! Raise elevation!
Oh, they do have defense.
Hold!
Interesting.
Stand down, it's Vhagar! Stand down!
Oh shit, do they know yet? They must know. No, because if Rhaenyra's been gone for days, then he must have been back.
Where is Jaehaerys?
Attending his lessons.
He'll be king one day. He must begin his instruction.
What if he does not want to be king?
Where is he?
You must not interrupt his custom. I'm afraid.
Don't be. They'd be fools to come with Vhagar protecting the city.
Not the dragons. The rats.
Oh, interesting. That is referencing the Maester thing, isn't it? Alison? Is that? Yes. Well, that's not unexpected, I suppose. How does he live with himself, though? Because surely that's against rules. And he's very about honour. I mean, he's not, but he says he is.
If you wouldn't mind.
It's a bit soiled, isn't it?
Your Grace?
Good day.
There's knob features.
Good morrow, my lords. Mother?
Our letters to the Vale and to the north continue to go unanswered. Stormlands should be ours after Prince Aemond's marriage pact to the Lady Floris Baratheon.
My letters to Rhaenyra, has there been any answer?
None, Your Grace. Between that and their blockade of the gullet, we must presume that the princess has refused the offered terms.
Perhaps Your Grace might lend his voice to our outreach. In hopes that new terms might be negotiated.
Is the heir to the throne bothering you, Thailand?
No, not in the least, Your Grace.
Because I think he wants a ride.
Your Grace.
A ride?
A pony ride.
Oh, God.
Wouldn't that be fun, Jaehaerys? Should the Master of Coin be your royal steed?
Oh, he is, isn't he? He's a new Joffrey. Kind of.
Rhaenyra's blockade has placed King's Landing under strain.
Well, we should have just killed her when we had the chance.
Regrettably, the opportunity for surprise has been lost, and with it the chance to end this conflict quickly.
We do have need for a new master of ships. We could offer the title to the young Lord Dalton Greyjoy.
Aemond, what is your business here?
The king summoned me. We must establish a toehold there. At Harrenhal.
The River Lords will either declare for me, or they will meet Rhaegar and Sunfire together. And we can burn the blockade while we're at it.
Rhaenyra has dragons as well.
Mine are bigger.
If we loose the dragons to war, there'll be no calling them back.
We should fly to Riverrun.
You are the king, Your Grace. You must not put yourself at risk.
And Vhagar is needed here to deter Rhaenyra from attacking, in retribution for the death of her son.
You've already demonstrated your... We must now favour patience and restraint.
Oh, he's a child, isn't he?
Good morrow, Lord Larys.
I had come earlier to have a word before the small council convened, but your handmaiden said that you were indisposed.
Jealous?
I am satisfied I have exposed all who betrayed our trust. I've chosen your new staff, personally.
Have a bath with loads of people just walking around. No, thank you.
Just leave me.
Interesting. Oh, that's cool. Oh, God.
Dragon!
Yeah, she's looking for proof. She's just hanging out there and everyone's running away.
Let's have the first petition, my good Lord Hand. There's no reason to be nervous. What's your name?
Gerard, Your Grace.
And how might your king be of service?
'Tis my flock. A tenth of them taken, if I'd had the time to plan.
We should
perhaps.
return them.
Your Grace?
You need your goats for the winter, don't you? I shall make your flock of sheep whole.
We already made a promise to all the Crown lands.
Perhaps we could just return his sheep. He came all this way.
When the king speaks, Your Grace, all hear it.
It's funny, I keep thinking he's been king for ages, but if it's only been a few days since Luke died, then it's literally just been days. I don't know why that's
My dragons will require feed.
taken me so long to just figure that out.
Hugh, Your Grace. The Smiths are all proud to support Your Grace against Rhaenyra.
But?
Iron costs have grown. To put it simply, we are struggling. If we could but have the Crown's coin before we started work.
You shall be paid, and paid well. My army cannot win a war without your weapons. You should continue their making.
Oh, Otto.
You have my most sincere gratitude, Your Grace. I'll hear the next petition.
I feel like he's going to be up and down the stairs to that throne a few more times.
I wonder, do you have a moment for a quiet word? Is the Hand's want to keep a firm grip on things? Controlled your father the same way?
I am aware.
I would think that you would wish to be viewed differently.
How?
Otto Hightower was your father's hand.
Make a new hand.
I requested an audience hours ago. I find myself wondering, do we pursue the same end?
I must admit there are days where I myself can't be sure.
I should tell you mine. Rhaenyra bending the knee and Aegon sitting the Iron Throne in peace, as Viserys wished.
Well, if that's how you describe it, then we are aligned.
Then be my ally.
I am.
An ally would not repeatedly cut my legs from beneath me at that table of men. I sit there and I feel your anger.
Frustration.
My sons both see you as the great example. The hand to 3 kings. Aegon is ever eager to prove himself, and Aemond is angry. What he did, however vicious...
The caprice of youth.
He didn't do it on purpose, though.
Aemond erred.
But then I guess he probably wouldn't tell them that, maybe?
And Aegon still heeds me. In private, at least. But if you undermine my voice, both those boys will grow deaf to it.
I hadn't seen it that way.
We only need to mind Aegon until the novelty of rule is spent. Once he tires of it, you and I can steer our course to victory.
A fine strategy. But you must accept that the path to victory now is one of violence.
I know it. But that does not mean it must be wanton.
No.
Prepare to be boarded! Search the hold for stowaways!
Oh, is this the blockade?
You.
When last we met, there were 2 of you.
Oh shit, she's alive.
The White Worm.
Did you think I would wither in your absence?
How long have you been selling secrets to Otto Hightower?
As long as he had gold to pay for them.
You put Aegon on the throne.
That was the Hightowers. My arrangement with the Hand was purely transactional. I held no loyalty to him.
Interesting.
Have her moved to the cells. She is to be treated as a traitor to the crown.
Forgive me, my prince, but the lady speaks the truth. She was no agent of the Hightowers.
What is it to you?
A matter of honor.
Was it honor that made you stand by and watch as the Hightowers usurped the throne? You and your traitorous twin.
That's unfair.
I'm shamed by it. It's why I abandoned the King's Guard and came here.
I don't care. Aegon was in your grasp. You should have killed him yourself. I reckon I went into the King's Guard.
And we swore the same oath, to defend the whole of the royal family. So what were we to do when they turned against one another?
That's a fair point. Is this Rhaenyra back? I'm loving that we're seeing more of Dragonstone. I want a dragon so badly. Oh.
And the Rhoynar and the First Men.
Bless her.
Did you find what you needed?
Oh, Daemon looks absolutely fuming.
I will fly to Harrenhal at your command and set our toehold in the Riverlands.
Your Grace, my Lord Husband's blockade of the Gullet moves into place. All seaborne travel and trade to King's Landing will soon be cut off.
I want Aemond Targaryen.
Shit. Oh shit. He's happy.
In your years as merchant of gossip, you surely accumulated spies within the Red Keep, servants who knew the comings and goings, your knowledge in exchange for your freedom.
Your Grace, Lady Jane Arryn has pledged her support in exchange for a dragon to guard the Vale. And Lord Cragen Stark has promised 2,000 men.
Oh, my eyes are getting a lot of exercise.
Valerie Florent.
course, one of the girls was gonna marry him. Weren't I can't speak, weren't they?
Sarah's Targaryen.
I guess her. Luke.
Lucerys Valorian.
Oh, I wish my face would stop leaking.
A tribute.
Interesting.
Commander.
I'm told you bear a mislike for the High Towers.
Fuck the High Towers.
Nice.
The White Worm said you're one of Aegon's rat catchers. That castle positively crawls with them now. How deep your debts? This is my friend. Tonight he's going to be your friend. You're to find and slay the Prince Aemon Targaryen.
Shit.
What if we can't find him?
Our host growing as we advance.
It is a canny scheme.
But moot. My brother is hostage to my grandsire and mother.
Otto fears to upset the order of things.
Alicent is simply angry.
Angry?
She blames me for starting this war, after she plotted with my father's council to usurp his throne. Her grace speaks with two tongues.
He's not going to take that well, is he?
She holds love for our enemy. That makes her a fool.
Lord Han.
Oh, what's he gonna do?
Return to your post, Lord Commander. I must have a word with the Prince.
The thing is, I think the only reason Aemond wants to go to war on the dragons is because he's got the bloody biggest one.
It would concern me, grandson, if plans were being considered beyond the ears of your king and his hand. You and Vhagar are the greatest single power in the realm. There are many pieces at play here. You will have all the vengeance that you seek, but you must keep a grip on your impulses. We both know that your brother cannot.
Aemond did seem far more sensible in the last season. Ambitious, but I felt like he would have actually, under different circumstances, would have made probably an okay king. But now he just seems a bit bloodthirsty. There's literally no way this is going to work.
Bring the dog.
I don't want to know why they want the dog.
Keep your eyes down.
I need a style with power.
Something's going to happen, isn't it?
The dragon heart.
Better.
Aegon the dragon cock.
That was a cool statue.
The royals live on this level.
Oh god, it's here.
Did you not hear the prince? No head. No gold. I'll search the next room.
Oh, the rat catchers, okay.
For the rats.
Oh, he's gonna kill her, isn't he?
Stay still.
Who the fuck is she?
She's the queen, she is.
A son for a son, he said.
Over there.
Oh god.
We need to get our head and get out.
Oh no.
They both look the same. Which one's a boy?
The mother knows.
Which?
I have a necklace. It's of great value.
That's not a son.
She has to choose.
It's the other one. She's not going to give up the king's heir that easy.
No. She's telling true.
Hold him down.
I'm very glad they're not showing that. Of course he is.
Helena!
Oh, it's her.
What's happened?
Oh god.
They killed the boy.
It was... It's really, really, really good to be back. It was a slow... It was definitely slow. Well, kind of. I say it was slow. But it's the first episode in the season, so it has to kind of establish the status quo and we need to see what everybody's doing. So, yeah. I did also forget to mention in the intro that I have read Fire and Blood, which is obviously what this is based on, or, you know, this is based on part of that. But it was probably about 4 or 5 years ago that I read it, and I've purposely not read it since because I knew this was coming. And I think I kind of remember the overall outcome of what happens here, like with the entire Dance of the Dragons thing, but I don't remember the details. So there'll probably be bits that I might remember as we go along. Like when I was watching that, as it happened, I did remember that Helena has to make a choice between two of her kids. So that was definitely from the book. So I might get little things like that happen that when, like I said, something that happens in the book plays out on screen, then I'm going to be like, oh shit, yeah, I do remember that. So, but at this moment, if you ask me what's going to happen the rest of the season, I don't know. But yeah, that was really good. Obviously lots of tears. And then of course immediately after the theme song, they hit me with Winterfell. And then the Winterfell music, and it was just like, good God. But no, that was good to see the North and to see the wall and everything. And obviously it was heartbreaking seeing Rhaenyra and the way she was looking for not for Jace, that's the older one, for Luke's body, or, you know, proof that he had actually died, and finding him, or finding at least the wing of the dragon, and her dragon obviously sort of standing protectively over her, and clearly feeling her pain as well. Just really, really good. And sort of to be clear, and again, I didn't mention this in the intro either because apparently I've forgotten half of the things I wanted to mention. But I'm very much Team Black. I'm on Rhaenyra's side. Having said that, I actually like Alicent. Like, I know there's some people that are like, they don't like the opposing side at all. I could be swayed, kind of. Actually, no, I couldn't. That's a lie. I like Rhaenyra too much. And I know Rhaenyra's not perfect, and I know Daemon can be impulsive and cruel, or thoughtless, at the very least. But I like them. I like Rhaenyra. But I also like Alicent as a person. I think she was it was very unfortunate that she was manoeuvred into the position she was when Viserys' wife died, or Rhaenyra's mother, and she literally had no control over that. You know, everybody wanted the king to produce a male heir, and she couldn't help but have sons. Do you know what I mean? I mean, what was she supposed to do? Just cross her legs? So it's kind of inevitable that it happened, and it wasn't because of her. It's just like circumstances happening around her. And I know she's done some things that are a bit dodgy, but certainly no worse than Rhaenyra has, I don't think. And Aegon is an absolute dickhead. Absolute asshole. Aemond, like I said during the reaction, I actually quite like. I don't think he would be an awful king. But he does, like I said, seem more bloodthirsty in this season than he did in the last, so I guess we'll kind of see how that goes. But yeah, Just really, really pleased to be back in Westeros. I'm sure I'm forgetting stuff that I wanted to mention, but it's horrible though having to wait for a whole week for the next episode. Like, if I wasn't reacting to this, I think what I would do is I would avoid the internet for like 8 weeks and binge watch the entire thing in one sitting. But because I want to react to it, there's no way, I don't want to risk spoilers. And obviously I want to get it out kind of as soon as possible as well. And I don't think I want to wait. So, yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, these episodes are going to be coming out about a week after they air, just because I work full time and I have to edit and stuff, so that's going to take me a little bit of time. I can't kind of just pump them out the minute it drops. But yeah, really, really looking forward to seeing where the rest of the season goes. Before I wrap this up though, I did just want to mention that if you are into full-length reactions, you can find the link to my Patreon in the description below. You can find this one and my full-length reactions to everything else that I've reacted to on the channel over there. You do get a couple of weeks early access as well, although for House of the Dragon it's going to be very limited early access just because of the way the episodes are being rolled out, and I obviously want to get them up here on YouTube as soon as possible. So yeah, something to bear in mind if you are interested in that sort of thing. So but yeah, with all that said, I'm going to end this here, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.